Okay, next opening bonanza here. We have two Parkhursts from 1993 here. We have Series 2 of that Parkhurst. We have the next year of Parkhurst. I remember it was not as attractive as the previous year. And although it seems to be also the same year, this other Parkhurst one, I believe these will both be the same type. Okay, so we're going to open this one. I remember these being, they were attractive packaging to me anyways. They had like a picture of Gordie Howe here, and it had retro cards embedded, and that was fairly new at the time. Now I think they've probably put retro cards out for everything in there, but it would recreate old cards, and they were rare, so you're probably not going to see them. But anyways, okay, and they were denoted by this silver foil overlay. And then there were special ones with another color, I don't know, gold or something. Anyways, so Claude Lemieux. Oh, green. There you go. I think there's one of these per pack. John Van Briesbroek. Sorry. I think he was disgraced, if I seem to remember correctly, for comments he made, and that was a long time ago. Joe Nieuwendyk, a well-known player. Jody Hall, not a famous player. Played a little in the NHL. Jody Hall. Do not remember this dude. Sean Podine. Oh, wait a second. When I hear the name, say the name, Sean Podine. Oh, yes. Yes, I do remember him, yes. Defensive player, I believe. Dodie Wood, kind of a role player, probably marginal. Donald Odette, he scored quite a bit of points for the Buffalo Sabres over the years. Vladislav Butseyev, I seem to remember him. He was a center. Those are not very many points for a center. Yuri Slager. He was a puck-moving defenseman. I remember. Gilbert Dion. I can't remember. He's the younger brother, the very younger brother of Marcel Dion, and he burst into the NHL with a good year or two, and then just faded into mediocrity. This is one of his few good years, I think. Sergio Momesso. He was a good player on the Montreal Canadiens, not as much. Well, I think he played a good role in Vancouver, too, and then kind of faded out. Skating harmed. And I think I have a double. Yuri Slager. Look at that. There's some quality control for you. The same player out of the same pack. Anyways. Let's take another one from that. So this is the second one, same series one. Over 25 years old now, these. Mike McPhee, also a guy known for playing for the Montreal Canadiens. Tony Granato, been involved in management and coaching, I believe. Michael Renberg as a prospect. He was a good player. He played with Lindros and Johnny Leclerc in Philadelphia. He was it was called the Legion of Doom. He was a good player, not a superstar. Oh, the wild thing, he's the green one too, is Eli Afraidy. Known for fast skating, hard shot, and questionable hockey sense. Patrice Brisebois. He was a good defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens for many seasons. Murray Craven. I believe he was originally drafted by Detroit. Hartford. No, I don't know. I thought it was. Anyways, moving on. Trent Klatt. Just a role player. Dixon Ward, another role player. Dave Ellick. Quite a good defenseman. Quite a very underrated defenseman. Played for Winnipeg, Toronto here, and New Jersey. He may have played another. I believe he might have been part of a cup. I'm not sure now. Might have been a cup run in New Jersey or not. Todd Ellick. Igor Larionov. He would be in the Hall of Fame. He was part of a great line with. Can remember exactly, with Alex McGillney and Pavel Bure. These guys are all Hall of Famers. He was the playmaker guy. When he joined San Jose, they were instantly a good team because it was like adding the Russian Wayne Gretzky. And Phil Housley, for one of the many teams he played for. You know what? I don't even remember him playing for St. Louis, but there you go. He played for St. Louis. He was a terrific offensive defenseman, essentially a forward playing defense. No special cards so far. Those green ones, there's one per pack. I hardly call that special. There you go. Oh, yeah, see, it says hobby too. Hobby. Mm-hmm. Terry Yake, role player. Steve Yzerman, Hall of Famer. Former GM of Tampa Bay. So that's a star player. If you're into star players, that's there's so many different brands of these cards. Having a star player means nothing. Vitaly Prokhorov. My goodness, I don't even remember this dude. John Cullen. He's sort of a spunky player. Scored quite a bit of points, I think, when he was playing with Pittsburgh and Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay, that's the other one. Jim McKenzie. I believe he was a fighter. There you go. 200 penalty minutes. Gord McTavish, and he's been a coach since. I guess this is the tail end of his career. He was part of Stanley Cups and with the Oilers. Didn't know he lasted that long with them. Chris King, another fighter, but a little bit better than just a fighter. He could play the game too, but not a high-end player. But Keith Jones, he was a high contact player, maybe a bit like Chris King, more skill though. I think he's a commentator now. Zdeněk Nedved doesn't say what team he's part of, but I seem to remember he was Toronto Maple Leaf draft pick. Drafted by Toronto. Yes, there you go. I don't think he played for them. John Slaney. Now, I believe he's from Newfoundland. He was an offensive defenseman. Never quite became an established NHL player. Todd Harvey. We'll see, it says World Juniors. I believe this is the more of his notoriety was winning gold medal with the Canadian junior team, World Juniors team. And Yanni Nico, never heard of this guy. Don't really remember this guy. So I don't think he turned out to be much of a player.